Hello. Well, welcome to my page. I'm Cindy, and this is CNC DIY Factory, and this happens to be my very first live. And I am trying to find where I can switch things, but I don't see it. So we'll just leave it like that for now. I am going to try to bring myself up over here so I can see comments. And if you're here, please say hi. Let me know you're here. I don't know where I'm at. Let's see. Is anybody there? Give me just a second. Let me see. Not sure if I'm even live. There I am, I found it. Let's see if I can bring up comments. There. Now I'm up. Thanks for joining me. Again, I'm Cindy, and this is CNC DIY Factory. It's my first live, so give me some grace. Might be bumbling around a little bit, but today I'm going to do some pumpkins, and they're going to be pink. We've got October coming up. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so let's see what we can do with these. So let's bring it down just a little bit. If you're here and watching, let me know where you're from. I'd love to talk with you. I'm going to start out with painting the tops of these. I'm going to set the bottoms aside. We're going to glue those together later. So the tops, I'm going to use some fusion casement, and we're going to do some decoupaging and see what we come up with here. I cut these on my laser. Hi Amanda, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Hi Sandra. We're just going to put a quick coat of this casement on here so that when we decoupage on top of it, the colors will pop. A little bit about me, just to kind of introduce myself. I have 5 kids. I'm married to a wonderful husband. He has 5 kids, so together we have 10. We have 9 grandchildren together. Amanda, I just cut these on my laser. These pumpkins. Yes, Sandra, we did. So I called my youngest daughter today, and she calls me back, and she's like, "What do you need, Mom? I'm in a meeting." I'm like, "Oh gosh, I just needed to know how to do something on Facebook because I'm going live for the first time." And she's like, "Call one of the other girls." I figured it out, but it was just kind of funny. She was at a business meeting for marketing. So I have 4 girls and a son, and my husband Chris, who is the other half of CNC, so it's Chris and Cindy. He has 4 boys and a girl, which is completely opposite. It's kind of funny how that turned out. No, he doesn't. He has 2 girls and 3 boys. What was I thinking? It's live brain. I heard everybody else talk about it. Now I've got it. Amanda, yeah, you are very kind. Very kind. Thank you. So, breast cancer awareness is coming up. And you know how you start looking at a project that you want to work on, and it just kind of snowballs, and you start adding things to it, and it's like, oh, wouldn't it be cute if I did this or this? Yeah, you should see my table. But I think that these are going to turn out really cute, and we're going to have a good time. I do have 2 dogs. I have a black German Shepherd, and she's noisy. You might hear her. And then I also have a boxer, and they're pacing around out here, going, "Why are you talking to yourself? Who's in there?" So I'm just going to put a quick coat of this on here, this casement from Fusion, and then I'm going to dry it, and then we'll do some decoupaging. Amanda, that's pretty much every project you do. That. I will try not to keep you all on here too late. Try to move through it quickly. Sorry, loud noises. Amanda, the cutouts, I'm trying to get my website put together, so I don't have a website yet, but if you message me, I do sell them. I also have 2 booths. I have a booth at, I'm located in Kansas City, Missouri. We have a booth at the Painted Tree, and then we have a booth at the Merchant Square in Independence. but I do sell the kits at the Painted Tree here in Kansas City, Missouri. I am working on getting my website up and running. That's a task in and of itself, isn't it? That's a lot of work. Okay. So now we are going to set these aside. And we are going to use, I found this tissue paper. Now you can decoupage with decoupage paper, you can use rice paper, you can use napkins, you can use tissue paper, but I thought this pink leopard print would be really cute. So that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to start off with cutting out just a little section of this. And we're going to decoupage these pumpkin pieces. I'm not being too careful with it, or fussy with it, because I will use some sandpaper to get them off of there. The excess off. Has anybody decoupaged with the tissue paper before? I did a ghost the other day. Actually, I've done several ghosts with, and I sell the kit in the booth. I used napkin, and napkins can be pretty finicky. You got to be careful with those. I prefer to use the iron-on method when I'm working with a napkin. Amanda, your daughter loves everything leopard cheetah print. I'm starting to get have a fondness for it. I've got a couple of things that I have that are leopard print, but I've never been interested in it before. So I'm finding my tastes are changing, and it's kind of funny to see. I'm going to use my DIY liquid patina. This is the crystal clear chandelier. This is my favorite decoupage medium. It just goes on very, very nicely, I think. Should not be dipping in, but I am. DIY paint products are all natural. They do not have preservatives in them, so if they become contaminated, they will, you'll be able to tell, because it won't be nice. It'll be kind of stinky. I'll just lay that right over the top of that. Smooth it down with the leftover decoupage medium on my brush. I like to get around all the edges. I'll set that off to dry. If I were using or decoupaging on a larger piece, I wouldn't do the entire surface. I would just do what is called, well, Sonnet at Sonnet Garden Blooms, she calls it a starter strip. So I would do a starter strip. And then I would lay it down in sections so that it doesn't wrinkle or tear. You haven't tried the iron-on method yet? I did a reel on my page where I used the iron-on method for the ghosts. The trick is with the iron-on method, if you do that, you use Mod Podge, and you do 2 coats of Mod Podge. And when you apply the Mod Podge, you go in one direction, and then you turn it, and then you go in the opposite direction with your second layer, so that you make sure that everything is completely coated with your Mod Podge. And you have to dry it in between coats. And then you make sure that everything's dry before you apply your napkin. This cheetah print is so cute. This was in a package of tissue paper that I got at the Dollar Tree. Comes with 10 different sheets for $1.25. And I think I got it back when it was still $1. So I've had it for a while. I've had it in my stash, and been waiting for the right thing to use it on. I think I missed a spot under here. So I get quiet, I apologize. Just in my concentration there. So I think on the back of these, we're just going to leave them, I'm not going to put decoupage paper on the back part. I'm going to paint the back of the pumpkin. I know I painted it white, but we're going to do a little something different with it. So I've been crafting my whole life. I learned from my mom and my grandma. I would sit there and watch my mom paint ceramics. She did cross stitch. She sewed. She taught me how to sew. I used to sew all my kids' clothes. And when they were little, I would sew all their Halloween costumes. One year I did, my daughter was Peter Pan. And another one was Captain Hook. or my son was Peter Pan, one of my daughters was Captain Hook, another daughter was Wendy, and then my baby daughter, my youngest, was Tinkerbell. So I really I loved doing that with them. So Halloween used to be something that I would full out decorate for, with all the ghoulish stuff and the cute things and everything. All of my kids are grown. Like I said earlier, I have 8 grandchildren. My husband has 1, and I don't do a lot of decorating around my house anymore. But I have always loved pumpkins. I have tubs and tubs of pumpkins, so this is going to be a fun addition to my collection. Amanda, you used to make your decoration or your costumes too? That's awesome. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining. Jenny is the owner and proprietor, I guess, of the Ugly Glass Company here in Kansas City, down at the West Bottoms. And she's my DIY supplier. This woman, Jenny, is so talented. If you get a chance, go check out the Ugly Glass Co. because she can paint. I've watched her paint before, and that is just her shorts and her reels. It's impressive. Okay, I think I'm going to dry these a little bit, and then we can take the excess off. I can call you my dealer. Okay. Link and Zelda, those are good costumes. Jenny also carries the IOD line, so I'm gonna have to go see her too for that. They have a new release coming out October 1st. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna grab my detail sander. I hope that's not too loud. Sometimes the sanding gets really loud on Facebook. Yeah, Jenny, I'm sure I am gonna love it. They've got Christmas coming out, and I don't know if they have any fall items because it's all hush hush. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're bringing. Oh, good, Amanda. It's not loud. This is like the longest part of it. All these little pieces and parts, but I think it's going to be cute. I don't know, what time is it? Almost 7 o'clock? 6 molds. There's a splash of fall, but mostly Christmas. 6 molds? Oh my gosh. Well, at least they're not limited release, right? Because I don't know if I can get all 6 of them at one time. So Amanda, what are you up to tonight? You doing anything fun? Other than, just chilling out with me and making pink pumpkins. Jenny, next weekend is First Fridays, isn't it? Is there a special thing going on for October down at the West Bottoms? The molds are limited release? Really? No. Well, I guess we're going to have to just see how much is on my debit card. Because, oh. Let's give it a shot, right? So, Jenny, you'll be there Wednesday from 12 to 2? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, the holiday release is always limited. Yeah. Amanda, I did budget for it, but I wasn't planning on that much. Total items. Oh my gosh, and all but one is limited release. Wow. Thanks, Jenny. I might need to do that. Almost got it. These were slightly tacky, so it takes a little more effort to get the tissue paper to come off the edges. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. There is a trash can down here, just in case you're wondering. So Amanda, when your kids were little, did you ever sit around the table with your kids and just shoot off one-liners from Disney movies and things like that? My adult kids and I still do that when we get together. We're all still just saying funny one-liners from the movies. Drove my husband crazy. Ah, look at that. Isn't that cute? What do you think of that so far? That's looking good. I like that. Okay, we're going to set these over here. And we're going to finish working on these. This won't take too long at all. I'm going to use the Olden Gray. This is also a DIY product. This is a liquid patina. And I'm going to put it over the entire front of this to maybe bring out some of that green or gray. Oh, and I did not grab a brush. There we go. And you know what? I am going to, you really shouldn't dip in. I think I said that before. So I'm going to stir this up and just put a little bit in this tray. I think that's going to look really cute. Give it some wood grain look to it, maybe. I do have the ghosts, not at the Merchant Square booth. I have the ghosts at the Painted Tree. But, you know, whatever you want, Jenny, I can just bring it with me when I come to see you. Oh, Amanda, you haven't used this? This is it's a liquid patina. So it's like a top coat, but it's got this grayish hue to it. You see that? And then I'm also going to put it on the spindle up here. And it's more transparent with the wood. That's why I didn't paint the wood part. I wanted it to be more transparent. But it leaves a really nice effect. Can you see that? Amanda, you're bad at it, so am I. I try to keep these little trays around here to remind me to do that so that I'm not dipping into it. Because as much as I love to paint furniture, it's not what I do all the time. I make kits, so I don't use it as fast, and I don't want it to go bad. Not that it would go bad. I don't want it to be contaminated. Yeah, you'll be amazed at what you will use this Olden Gray on, Amanda. It's a really nice product. Almost done. I wanted to try to keep this under 45 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Might be closer to an hour. Look, I had just enough. All right. I'm going to quick hit these with the dryer and then we can assemble it. Wait till you see the tags I have for this. I made them up ahead of time because it was very, very small font and I didn't want to fumble with it and make you watch me do that, so I made those ahead of time, but they're cute. Have a good night, Jenny. Thanks for stopping. All right. These are dry. We're going to take the bases and some stick fast. We're going to quickly glue these together. Just going to put some on here. Doesn't take much. You want to make sure you're pressing down against the table to make sure that it is level so that it will stand up on its own. It's not going to stick. Just hold that for a second. Yeah, it gave it two tones with the white behind it. It really looked. I like that effect too. Thank you. Okay, there's that one. So if you're just joining us or joining us on replay, my name is Cindy. I'm CNC DIY Factory. My husband is Chris. He's the other half of the CNC. Let me know you are here so I can say hi to you. If you're watching on replay, please put hashtag replay. And I will come back and say hi. Thanks so much. Okay, so now, almost done with this. Oh, there's my dog. Did you hear her? Okay. Almost there. All right, and that one goes on there, so we're going to go ahead and set that on there. Just glue that on. I'm going to line up the bottom. We want this to be able to stand up on its own. Might not do that with the with this paper underneath of it, but we'll see. If not, then we'll just put a kickstand on it and it'll be fine. These go on here. Just hold that down for a few seconds and then this one will be pretty much done. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it's cute. Hi Chris, thanks for joining. I am using Stick Fast. It is a CA medium and this is, well, it's the medium. It comes in thin, medium, and thick. And I meant to get the thick, but I got the medium, which works okay. The thick is much nicer to use with the kits. Don't use the thin. Ah, I almost got that crooked. It sets really quick. And these two go here. All right, that one's done. Thanks, Amanda. You could use anything, any kind of design on here. You could do plaid, you could do solid, you could do a burlap, you could do all kinds of different, you could do flowers. It's really a versatile kit. And it goes together very, very quickly, which is nice. I almost glued my finger. That would have been fun. Yeah, it's a perfect project for kids. It's really easy. There's not a bunch of little, whole bunch of pieces. They stand up on their own. Like that. Well, this one doesn't like me. I may have gotten the bottom a little bit crooked. But I do have a little something extra I wanted to do. Like I said a few minutes ago, I do have these tags that I made. And I was looking online for something cute to go with the pumpkins for the tags. So I came up with this saying that says, check your pumpkins. What do you think? Is that too much? I think it would be cute. We put just a tag, just a little task, you know, a little ribbon with the tag. What do you think? Shall we try it? Let's use this pink here. I had to use a very small font because the pumpkins, the word is so long. So we'll just see how this goes here. Actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to take my Stone Gray IOD ink. This is a permanent ink. And my blending brush. And I'm going to go around the outside edge just to give it a little bit of dimension. And that's what I use to stamp these, is the IOD Stone Gray. And then I'm going to just kind of squish them up a little bit, make them look a little more rustic looking, I guess. So I had started out looking at plaid for the pumpkins, and I ran across this paper, and it was like, no, it's meant to be. Gotta use the leopard print. I was thinking I might do a bow on these, but I don't know. I don't want to overpower them. And I don't think you want to watch me struggle through making a bow. Okay. And of course you can always paint the back when if you want to, and finish it off nice. How's that look? Is that okay? that string's not long enough to do. Kind of not have to do it that way. So remember, in October, check your pumpkins. Okay. There we go. What do you think? I like them. So I'm going to put these in my booth. I'll have a kit ready to go, and I hope you guys like it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.